Dillian, your next fight is Alexander Povetkin. Very simple question to start with. Why Alexander Povetkin?
He's a nice guy. Met the guy a couple of times, alright, but it's heavyweight boxing, and you know me, I'm not in boxing to mess about, you know. People say, oh, you're close, why are you taking a dangerous fight? But I'm still relatively inexperienced. People like to go on other people's experience. They've had 50 amateur fights, they've had 30, 40, only, you know, I had 7, so I'm still learning the job in and outside of the ring, you know, so me fighting these guys and beating these guys, I'm just piggybanking off their experience, you know what I mean? I fight him and beat him, I feel like I'm an Olympic gold medalist. You know, that'll be the 3rd world champion I've beaten in my career. You know, I think I've only had 7 amateur fights. I've been boxing now for, I think, maybe 12 years now altogether.
Yeah. Do you get more of a thrill than beating the likes of Povetkin, Ruiz, etc., than someone maybe we don't know as much? Is that the drive here?
You know, I don't want to be one of those guys pads up my record and just wait. We've seen time and time again guys do that. They pad up their record and wait and wait and wait, and then when the big fight come, they just rusty and just haven't had the learning fight. So while I'm still waiting, it's risky, it's dangerous, but for me, I just find it interesting and exciting to test myself against the best in the world, and then my resume will be good, because not only have I been in #1 contender for so long, I've continued to fight number 10 contender throughout the whole time, and like most guys, you know what I mean?
You were WBC silver champion. They're ranked #1 for, I've lost count of how many days, 900 odd days, 1,000 days now. You're the WBC interim world champion. Why are you still not given that opportunity to fight the WBC?
You guys need to ask Mauricio Suleiman next time you see him. You know, you guys, people need to just keep messaging them and tweeting them every day until they give us a realistic answer, because so far the answer they give, none of them is acceptable.
Do you feel, though, you know, you've given them loyalty? I mean, we're looking at Anthony Joshua close to agreeing to fight Pulev for the IBF. You could have gone down other routes with other organisations.
Loyalty is an understatement, you know. I think I should. The amount of loyalty given, they should give me shares in the company. You know, I've won every single WBC belt I'm eligible to fight for, and I'm now WBC world champion.
Okay, so what is an ideal 18 months for you coming up? You've got Alexander Povetkin coming up in May. You win that. Where do you see your next year and a half going? In your eyes, in a dream, in how you'd like it to go?
You know, I've come to the idea of not expecting anything from boxing, man. A lot of people talking boxing and say they're going to do this and say they're going to do that, but they don't want to fight. I keep making these guys offer. They want to fight. Andrew Ruiz made him an offer. He turned the offer down. Then he said, I'm a coward, I don't want to fight. How can I be a coward if I actively send my people to source you and find you and make 2 offers, not 1, 2 offers, 1 for the UK and 1 in America in his backyard, and he turned it down. You know, I don't know. I just want to fight. Whoever the best person is for me to fight next after this, then I'll fight. Okay,
it is Povetkin next. Now, in my eyes, I can't see there being a rivalry between you two. That's not the kind of guy Povetkin is.
No, he's a really nice guy, you know. I met him a few times, you know, last fight, you know, I even got a picture of me last fight, smiling and stuff, you know what I mean? He's a nice guy, you know, he's a nice guy, but when it's time to put the ass whooping down, I'll put it down.
And obviously, we've seen with the Chisora fights in the past, there was a rivalry with Anthony Joshua in the past. It sort of gears you up a little bit more. How do you get motivated to fight someone who you don't hate?
I know I'm in danger. I know Povetkin's a dangerous guy. He's aggressive. He's still, people say, oh, he's this and the other, but he's still an Olympic gold medalist. You know, former world champion. Only Joshua and Klitschko's going to people stop him, and he's probably two of the best heavyweight in the past 10 years. You know, and he's a tough man. And listen, you know, with Russian guys, when they come to fight, and Povetkin's always in shape, and he's always motivated, and he knows if he beats me, his paycheck goes from hundreds to millions.
Yeah.
You know, whatever is getting paid. You know what I mean? So I know I need to be on point, and I don't want to go through all of this and then lose my WBC position. Deontay Wilder would love nothing more than for me to lose this fight.
Right, you're staying down the WBC route then. So Saturday, all eyes are going to be on the fight Saturday, Wilder against Tyson Fury. In your eyes, how do you see that fight going?
I don't think be much different from the first fight. Obviously, Tyson Fury, hopefully now he's in a better place. He's in better shape mentally and physically. And I hope he does beat Deontay Wilder, but that doesn't guarantee me a fight. He said he'll fight me 1 minute, and the next minute he said he'll fight Derek Chisora. Like, I have no hope for it to win because Fury say he'll fight me one day, the next day he say he won't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to get hold of one of them and smash him to bits. That's it. I just want to take out years of frustration and anger on one of them.
They say he's got the hardest punch in boxing, Deontay Wilder, but do you see a lot of faults in him in terms of his boxing style that you can look into and you can...
Well, he's got one of the hardest. I got one of the hardest chins in heavyweight boxing. Now, I can listen. Any big guy can punch. If you stand there with your chin up and get clocked, you're gonna go over. I can punch, I can box, and I'm not scared of him. And I'm still learning, I'm still improving, I'm still getting better, and I have no fear of him. Everyone believes in this hype. I don't see him as though normal people see him. I don't see him the same way. I don't see him like that. I just see him as I am. I see him as as just a normal guy. He does a lot of talk and going like he's a killer and he's vicious and he's that. He's not. He's a good boy. His dad's a pastor and he had good jobs growing up and stuff. He's not the persona he tries to give off. He's not that kind of person.
I know you've had the history of Anthony Joshua in the past, but there seems to be some real mutual respect between you two now, especially when you were together in Saudi. Now, he said to me at Christmas, he's the one person I want to fight. He was frustrated that people come out and say that he didn't want to fight. Would you agree with Joshua in the sense that he's the one who doesn't want these fights against the likes of yourself and Anthony Joshua?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got about 5 different managers, and, like, that's not a good idea. Because when you have 5 different people telling you, and I heard he fired one of his managers because he got him a $200 million deal with DAZN. He set up a meeting and he fired him. So someone must have some serious dirt in him. Someone must have some serious dirt in him or something.
Yeah.
Why do you fire your manager to set up a deal for you, multiple fight deal for $200 million? I don't get it. I don't get it.
And finally, should be a winner this time around. Final prediction, Wilder Fury, who wins?
WBC. They win. Because they're getting their percent. And then if they do it again, they're getting their percent. So they win.
So who do you expect to see as the winner?
I don't know, man. I don't know, See, it's a funny one because looking at it from a boxer, a spectator, a businessman, and #1 contender, I got 4 different opinions. So, I don't know which one to go with. Obviously, the first fight was good. Tyson Fury knows he cannot box Deontay Wilder, and he knows he can hurt him. Deontay Wilder also knows if he clocks him early, he's in trouble. And then also, Tyson Fury also have the self-belief that, I got from your hardest shot in the later round when I was tired. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just don't think Tyson Fury is making a lot of changes to his life and career and trainers and stuff. I don't know, man. Sometimes changes is good, or sometimes you need time to adjust to those changes and the style and other things,
Yeah.